Hi, I'm Cerasela, and at the time of recording this, I'm a sophomore in college. I decided that for today, I wanted to talk about something I've been really struggling with for about a year now, and something that I've really been trying to work on. In the first 2 months of moving into my dorm a year ago, I had gained about 20 to 25 pounds, while also growing close to 2 inches. For the first time in my life, my weight was disproportionate, as most of the weight I had gained was in my legs and butt, as well as what people call love handles on my back. A lot of my clothes no longer fit me, and I struggled a lot with my self-esteem, thinking that I was unattractive. And although my weight was natural, my sadness quickly turned into a long-term insecurity that I'm still struggling to deal with and really understand. Not only did I feel bad about my appearance, I felt especially insecure about how others perceived me and how I looked. I spent a lot of time taking apart my appearance in the mirror, putting a lot of my self-worth into how attractive I was, an idea that I based upon other people's feelings about me. Because I felt so bad about myself, it became common practice for me to diminish other girls' appearances, weighing the good and bad of my appearance with everyone else's. I started thinking, I might have a really flat chest, but that girl is way shorter than me, so now we're even. And even though I have big legs and stretch marks, at least I have a bigger butt than she does. Things like that, a mentality that put me in a non-existent competition with everyone around me, and which in turn simply directed more and more hatred towards myself. It felt like I was weighing everything on a scale. Though a lot of these feelings were not in my total control, it became increasingly clear that I was putting down not just other women, but my friends, future friends, and everyone around me simply because I couldn't come to terms with my new body. A lot of the feelings I was experiencing, though common and relatable, are not natural. In fact, a part of the awareness involved in thinking about where my insecurities come from involves what is called internalized misogyny, which is exactly what it sounds like. Misogyny is basically the hatred and judgment of women, thoughts that women can also experience about themselves or others, which in turn is internalized misogyny. In reality, the feelings that I had about other women were feelings that I actually had about myself. I was constantly putting others down in order to lift myself up, but in reality, I never went up, and only furthered my own security by picking apart everyone else. I realized that I had an issue with myself, and not with how I looked, something I had to actively notice, and thoughts I really had to ponder the root of. And even though I don't think I'm a misogynistic person, our brains have been so wired to compare one another and deflect these feelings onto ourselves and others. And these thoughts, these struggles, are things we all have to be aware of. I still spent a lot of time looking at my body, but taught myself to feel good about the way I look, even if it was different from what it was before. Because even though I am more than my body is what makes me. I had to make an effort to come to terms with my body, and stopped hoping for a future where I could fit into my favorite skinny jeans and learn that baggy jeans were the way to go anyways. And in reality, since putting all this weight on in the past year, I have been sleeping better, have more energy, and am no longer dizzy every time I stand up. And overall, I'm happier now that I've been making so much more of an effort to appreciate the body I now have. I changed a lot of what I wear and started wearing clothes that were not only stylish, but flattered my body type without making me feel unattractive and uncomfortable. With a lot of time and effort, I realized that to be attractive and to feel good about myself was a journey I had to travel. It wasn't about the way I looked, or how much weight I put on, or what I ate that day, or whether I was deserving of dessert. It was about what I wanted. The way I see myself and my body is a day-by-day journey, and something I have to consider only in the moment, and because of this, I have remembered to be patient with myself and my feelings. If I didn't want to wear a crop top one day when I had just done so the day before, then I really didn't have to. I don't have to love and worship my body every single day. Sometimes I just want to wear sweatpants and a sweater because that's what both me and my body want that day. And always remember to be kind to yourself. Spend time reflecting on the way you feel and even thinking about why you feel that way. Sometimes it's hard and it can be scary to confront what hurts you, but I promise it always turns out in the end better than you could have ever expected. Remember to wear what you want and to be who you want. Thank you so much for listening to my story.